is an Epilog laser. We use this quite a bit. It just kind of depends on what we're doing. Like lately we've been doing a lot of 3D prints, but there's times where we do a lot of lasering. And one thing nice about the laser cutter is it makes a great table as well. It's kind of how it works in a shop. Any empty surface will become full. Yeah, I mean, when we get pizzas, you can set two pizza boxes fit perfectly. Actually, you can usually do 2 pizza boxes and breadsticks. Fit perfect. See, there's probably a crumb from a pizza box. Or this is the ZX Spectrum project I've been working on. This is an 8-bit computer. This is gonna be in an episode, so. That's fun because I like old computers. Oh, and the sockets. Remember all the sockets? So this is why I have so many dip sockets. And these old computers, anytime they didn't have to socket something, socket means you can pull the chip out of the socket. Anytime they didn't have to socket something, they didn't, because sockets cost money. So usually they would just have everything soldered directly to the board, except for this chip was socketed because this chip is likely to fail. Therefore, they made it easy to remove. Anyway, back to the laser. So this is a 40-watt Epilog laser. It cuts 2 foot by 1 foot, and it has a nice handy ruler so you can see the size of things. And that might seem kind of pointless, but it's actually pretty useful because let's say I was taking this piece of wood, and the one thing nice about lasers is that you are able to get like every last scrap out of your material. I can look at the laser, okay. On my computer screen, I'll have a page that's 24 by 12. Just like when making a document, you might have a page that's 8.5 by 11. So on my page, like, oh yeah, I need to cut something out of this piece of wood, so I can look like, okay, I have to start my image or whatever 3 1/4 inches over, and I can make it up to 11.5 inches to the right. Oh, I just used decimals and fractions in the same sentence. I'm sorry, 3.25 inches over and 11.5 inches to the right. So that's how I know where I can, you know, make something. And unlike a CNC mill, the laser, you know, cuts with a laser, it doesn't cut with a bit. So this just sits here via gravity. There is some air suction that holds it down a little bit, but not very much. So, you know, I could cut something right there if I wanted. I could cut something right there. I don't have to worry about vibration. So it allows you to get a lot of use out of your material. You can basically cut every piece of material on here. That's why I have these nice little bins that I made. You can't see it, but I actually, well, I guess I can pull one out. I laser cut. I had some cardboard left over. I think it was from the whiteboard that we use. Yeah, the whiteboard that we use in the show. The box that it came in, we cut it up into 2 by 1 foot pieces, and then I laser cut a whole bunch of custom material holders out of the scrap cardboard. See how it goes together? Then I just hot glued it. So yeah, I use the laser to cut garbage to make bins. Yeah. Anyway, I guess we can make the laser do something. So the laser can, it can cut. Obviously it's cut these pieces out. And it can also raster. Now raster is kind of like on your television. It looks exactly the same way. Well, I guess televisions don't do that anymore, but it used to be an electron beam would draw across your screen like that, creating a picture. And then when this thing raster cuts an image, it does the very same thing. This will swing out and it'll go very quickly draw an image. Let's do an example. Oh wait, before we do an example, the laser beam tube is actually in the back of the machine under those fans. And it shoots here. Then it hits a mirror at 90-degree mirror, hits another 90-degree mirror, hits this 90-degree mirror, and then goes down. So it's actually like, the laser actually isn't visible, but you don't see the laser, but you see it burning, if that makes any sense. Okay, let's I'll switch it on. These lasers are nice. They're all steel construction, all made in America, powder coated, 2-year warranty. This one's out of warranty, which means I can cut pizzas in it, but I haven't done that yet, but I will eventually. And I usually let it warm up for about 3 or 4 minutes before I start to cut anything. Just because if it's not quite warmed up, the first second or two, the beam won't fire, which means you might not have a complete circle. But yeah. All right, I'm gonna find something cool to laser cut. So this is a page in Adobe Illustrator. It represents the size of the laser. And I'm going to put guide marks. You remember how I talked about we had 3 1/4 inches over and 11.5 inches over? I just used fractions and decimal again. Anyway, so this is the area we can cut in because here there is already something, and here there is already something. Let's find a cute kitten photo. I wonder if we can find a photo of, what the heck? This is like my unlucky day with computers. Oh, this photo, they use this on a Delta Airline video. It's like, you can use GoGo in flight. Yes, click here to still image. Oh, hot leak protection. No! Free the kittens! Look, just let me steal your image already. Yeah, how about this one? This one's pretty cute. Oh, there we go. Oops. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Yeah. Let's put it on the desktop like all good people. Kittens, kittens, oh, here we go, cute kittens. Whoa. Now you might be saying, it can't cut colors. Like, well, no, it can't, but it will actually do this as a grayscale. So this would be the image that it would raster. And then I'm actually gonna make another layer here. I use the pen tool. I'm gonna have it cut that line and then it'll print the kitten. So let's make sure. Oh yeah, and things you cut have to be a certain, so it has to be a black stroke at 0.001 points. Okay, so if I do, actually I can do this in one shot. So I'm gonna hit print. And what I always like to say about the laser cutter, it's so easy to use, you'll accidentally print all sorts of things to it. I have it as my default printer. So I'm gonna go to, I have settings here, so I can load in a setting for wood, for instance. 1/8 inch or 3mm, they're pretty similar. Okay. Raster means it's gonna go zzz, you know, raster print it. Vector is when it cuts it. And this is the DPI, or the quality of the image. The higher the DPI, the longer it takes. 600 will be completely sufficient. Actually, we could probably even go lower than that. Let's go 300. All right, 50/50 is the raster cutting depth. All right. That's pretty much all there is to it. Let's see what happens. So we have to hit the exhaust blower. It's pretty much exactly like a dryer in your home. All right, and then we hit start and it just pretty much goes. See that? It just did. That's its Z depth. It's basically seeing the distance between the laser and the material. This part's going to take about 10 minutes or so. And this image I actually made inversed because the laser, how do I put this? The laser shoots where there's black and it doesn't shoot where there's white, right? So like with this, since the material is, what was it? When you, how do I, it's hard to explain. So this is like a silver, but when you hit it with the laser, it looks slightly lighter. So what you have to do is you have to make the dark portions, you have to basically invert the image, otherwise it would look inverted here. But again, it depends on the material. Like with the wood, the laser will make the wood look darker than it is. So the dark portion of the image should be hit with the laser. And we've actually made circuit boards in this thing too, kind of using the same methods. Quite a few hackerspaces have lasers. That's probably your best bet. You know, Hackerspace might have like $75, $100, $125 is a monthly fee. Tech Shop or Fab Lab, which are basically kind of like more corporate organized hackerspaces, as a way to put it. Using their lasers will be part of your membership or at a nominal cost. Or, you know, if you find a trophy shop or some business that has a laser, it's usually $60 to $80 an hour, so it's roughly $1 a minute. That's usually what I charge when I laser things for companies or people. And I don't charge a whole lot for my CNC stuff. But,
how much does the laser cutter cost?
This one was $15,000. Yeah. You can get one like right off the boat, so to speak, from overseas. I don't know any other way to say that. Basically with no support, probably not even with the manuals in English or the software, 2,000 to 3,000, but that's if you're very brave. If you want the laser, you know, for making stuff, you know, it's better to spend more money on one that actually has support. It's really easy to make money with a laser. You can engrave pens, trophies, plaques, name cards, wood. There's tons of things you can do with it. I mean, there's people who have an entire business basically just built around the laser. Yeah, so. And it's faster than 3D printing. Yeah, I like it. It just depends on the project you're doing. Like the Minecraft cube thing, creating volumetric cubes. I mean, you could make a bunch of little layers with a laser. Layers with a laser, yes. But we have the option, so what we always do is we basically just build something, you know, using the most appropriate tool. It's because, yeah, we have, you know, different tools, so it behooves us just to use what tool is best. But, you know, we didn't always have the 3D printer, we didn't always have the lasers, so, you know, we do more things with the router, but the router takes more setup time. So yeah, sometimes these things cost more, but it's so easy to use, you save a lot of time, which adds up as well. This one's a lot better. So see, the image was rastered, and then it cut it out. This kind of looks like a country almost. The kitten is kind of faint. I should have used a darker setting. Yeah, I guess we could try it again. Oh, one fun fact about the laser is that the blower exhaust fan consumes more electricity than the laser does. Isn't that wild? I don't know, it kind of looks like a, you know, like a kitten that was amputated or something. Let's see how Allison reacts to this. I mean, it's a kitten, she'll probably be like, eh. Sure.
Keep forever.
I guess. What do you think?
I love it.
Whiskers doesn't have his whole body, but he's still lovable. If you enjoy this behind the scenes footage and want to see more, please let us know by leaving a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe.